done full month-long reviews for both Disney Channel and Cartoon Network, so it's finally time to finish off the three main family channels with Nickelodeon. What better way to start with one of the first Nicktoons ever made? Created by Klasky Csupo, Rugrats was one of the original three Nicktoons along with Doug and Ren and Stimpy, premiering in August 1991 and lasting all the way until 2003, with 2 direct-to-video movies released a couple years later. It follows 4 babies, Tommy, Chucky, Phil, and Lil, and their adventures from not completely understanding how the world works. Other characters include Tommy's cousins Angelica, a bully, and eventually Dill, Tommy's little brother. Before SpongeBob, this was Nickelodeon's most popular show, getting 9 seasons, 3 theatrical movies, 2 spin-offs, and tons of merchandise. Of the original 3 Nicktoons, this one was my favorite. I watched it a lot. I liked the creativity, the imagination, and the characters were fun. And as an adult, the grown-ups have some really funny moments. Well, my dad says Twister was the first movie I saw in a theater, and my mom says the 101 Dalmatians animated film was the first movie I saw in a theater. The absolute first movie I remember seeing was the Rugrats movie back in 1998. Last year, I asked my DeviantArt if there were any particularly bad episodes that people remember, and the second I saw that title, I remembered how much I disliked this particular episode because it actually made me feel sorry for the worst character. This is the Season 6 episode, Silent Angelica. It starts with Angelica's dad, Drew, putting some Reptar cereal into a Dummy Bears bowl, which just feels like blasphemy if you ask me. He's arguing with Stu on who has to watch the kids.
Daddy, that's the wrong bowl!
Told ya. She goes to tell her mom, being the little brat she usually is.
Sweetheart, I appreciate your need to have breakfast the way you want it, but Mommy's company is trying to have breakfast by eating a small but highly valued company.
Like I said, the stuff with the adults is way funnier now. Charlotte says that if she stays quiet until she's done with her work, she'll buy her a present. To which Angelica wants a Cynthia dollhouse, which seems to have more accessories than my fucking car. But she has to be completely quiet until noon. Alright, an episode without Angelica's annoying voice can't be that bad, right? There are little jokes in this I like.
May 25th? What was May 25th? Oh, right, my birthday, right.
As Drew agrees to take the kids, Angelica tries to get her Cynthia bowl for her cereal. So even she's committing blasphemy. So the rest of the crew arrive and immediately start causing trouble.
Thanks for letting us come over to yours.
Chucky was always my least favorite of the 4, although granted he was the only one I could get to the last level with on that Rugrats in Paris video game on PS1. Never beat it though. One day. She doesn't yell because who cares about a plane when you can have a house. They ask if she's sick and she just stands there in silence. If I were her, I'd just nod my head. Then maybe they'd leave me alone. No, instead, they're just being annoying. By the way, Stu dropped them off because he was supposed to take Dill to some baby daddy class, but he just decides not to go. So what was the point in bringing them here? As the 2 adults fight over sports, Drew asks her to watch the babies, and she agrees, so long as she can get a toy car. By the way, the babies see this. So while the 2 watch the most intense game of badminton I've ever seen, Angelica takes them away. Just whisper. Well, it works as she imagines herself with her new toys. Angelica may be a spoiled brat in most episodes, but here she's willing to work for her reward, so I can't be mad at her. But the babies start playing some music as she quickly unplugs it. However, Charlotte heard it.
Was that you making all that noise? Remember our deal, sweetie.
Yep, this is one of those episodes where someone or multiple people keep doing something wrong, someone tries to stop them, and then they get blamed. Why is this so common? The babies continue to not understand why she's not talking. Again, just whisper, or go outside. It's not like these kids can't be outdoors. We've seen it plenty of times before. No, instead she tries charading it out. But the doorbell rings and she has to answer it.
I guess you don't want us to play with your toys, huh? No, she would have said something.
You know exactly what you're doing, Lil. You're a bad influence.
Pumpkin, would you please find out which of the babies is causing that racket?
How do you function?
Princess, they're deadlocked. Now remember our deal.
Yes, continue making me want to root for Angelica. That's gonna come back to bite you. She answers the door and it's a delivery guy with some papers for Charlotte. But since she can't talk, you're outside, she's upstairs. Just explain. She can't explain and then the phone rings.
Honey, can you get that?
Can you get that?
most incompetent parents I've ever seen. Well, okay, that's not true, but at least in the top 20. I do like that she just takes the papers. And on the phone is Charlotte's lawyer, urging her not to say yes to the deal until she looks at the papers. So Angelica tries to tell her, but...
Yes! Yes, Mr. Yamaguchi, yes!
She didn't have time to try to explain. Charlotte's just a bad businesswoman. The babies are making noise and continue annoying her as she finally snaps.
There's nothing wrong with me, you dumb babies! I'm just trying to get some toys!
Well, you didn't have to shout, but granted, with how stupid everyone has been today, I get it. We don't actually find out what happened with Charlotte Steele. I mean, she never got the very important papers.
Princess, you should have come and gotten me before the babies made such a mess.
Oh, fuck off! But they at least try to congratulate her on her emotional sensitivity, whatever the fuck that means.
Does this mean I still get the car and townhouse?
No.
Yeah, this episode really sucks. Even as a kid, it frustrated me. I hated how dumb everyone was acting and how mean it was to Angelica. Yeah, she's a bully and a brat in other episodes, but here, she's fine. I mean, she's kinda thick to not just tell them quietly and took the whole no talking thing too seriously, but hey, she's like 3. I can even forgive the babies, it's the adults that annoyed me. They were complete idiots, and in the end it was Angelica who was punished despite trying her best to follow her parents' orders. There are a few chuckle-worthy moments, and I guess it at least tried to be a little funny with the ending, but I still don't really like this one. 1 down, 3 to go, and tomorrow we'll be heading to Hillwood to look at one of my favorite Nick shows of all time. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Alright, time to finally start figuring